All right. I don't even know where to start. My God, man, I'm like bouncing off the walls today. What's going on, Penny? Good morning. Yes, it is still good morning. Jeez. You know, I bought cream specifically for my desk and I didn't bring it here. Just bear with me here a little bit, folks. I'm a little burnt out. 9:33, so you're in the next time zone over. Yeah, it's 10:33 here. Yeah, I need to start catching up with my eBay stuff, man. I fell behind a little bit. Well, actually, these one of them has been sitting there for a couple of days. The other four I got yesterday when I was out and about, I think. If you happen to be those customers that are watching this, let me know. Excuse me, in the chat. I just want to make sure my hands are not that oily. I don't get it all over the place, but it's just, if you got super dry hands like I get sometimes, and you pick up a microfiber cloth, it's like, but this may be a very, very low energy live stream because after I get these out the door into the post office, I got one or two errands I got to run. And I'm taking some time to myself just to kind of like detune, deflate, and get away for a while. Oh shit, I got to order more. I need more of these. I'm almost out already. But once again, my beautiful, wonderful eBay customers have come through like they always do. Thank you, everybody who's been supporting my eBay store. Much, much appreciated. Oh, let me do something here quick. I'll be right back, like always. All right, there we go. Sorry about that, folks. Well, before I begin, if you're new to the channel, do me a huge solid. Hit that subscribe button. Also, hit that thumbs up button. Every thumbs up counts for the channel. Check out my eBay store, the Carolina Collector 001. And also, if you want to make a small one-time donation, click on the coffee link. I want to thank you guys who have been supporting the eBay store. I know I fell behind here a little bit, as you guys know, if you've been following what's been happening. I'm a little bit bogged down at the moment, a lot of stuff. I got off the phone with my mother and my sister. My nephew is playing t-ball as we speak right now, and I still got a box of stuff I got to send up to New York I never got around to doing. But thanks to my eBay sales, I sent my mother, my sister, and my sister-in-law money for Mother's Day. So much appreciated to anybody that bought stuff off of me recently. Because I've been so bogged down with the issues with the car and all this other stuff that's been going on. I feel like I'm a little thinly spread. So, and I didn't even realize I had these orders that were outstanding. I'm like, oh my God, man, like I'm really falling behind here. What's going on, Tyler? How are you? Penny also, thank you very much. Usual suspects are here in the house. Cheers, everybody. Ice cold, sugar-free Red Bulls because I can and I will. Well, let me give you some updates as to where the car is. Today, I'm not really going to do anything with the car. It's pointless to do anything right now at this point because until the parts that I need arrive, there's not much more I can do. So I'm actually going to attempt to crunch the numbers here just a little bit as to what I put into it so far. And still, with the amount of stuff that I did buy, it's still relatively cheap. So, but again, everybody, thank you for stopping by here. I want to crunch some numbers quickly. This is just going to be, I'm just going to be rounding off numbers here. And then, you know, the estimate that I gave you guys the last time, I completely forgot about the new battery, too, to include that in there. So actually, I really don't even need, I'm not going to sit here and crunch the numbers. I'm going to say it's probably around, at this point, with the battery, anywhere between 900 to 1,000. I ordered for more relays. I ordered for OEM 7016P PSTD 7016 OEM relays for the car that operate the fan in a car, or the fans, I should say, and that are responsible for the circulatory system in the car for the air. I think there's a good possibility that it's not just the cooling relay, that not only is it not OEM or original to the car. What's this now? Man, and again, I'm like, it never ends. It's nothing. That's eBay trying to get me to go to a live right now for box breaking. I can't stand that shit. I got to figure out how to disable that because it's so annoying. I don't bother with breaks on eBay. But anyway, with that being said, so it's about anywhere between $900 to $1,000 at this point. Now, if I would have done all this, especially when my buddy was here the other day, you can tack on 1.5 times that or 2 times that to a mechanic. So far, so good. And the amount of work that was done just between the day in the life of an eBayer. Yeah, man, it gets, you start doing like all this stuff and shuffling around. That's how it's been for the past week. I got to such a point yesterday, I think I mentioned it. I brought whatever potato chips and stuff I had for the kids and walked it over to the leasing office because every so often they've been giving out stuff to the kids. And, you know, I said, hey, listen, this is what I got left from the last box. Usually I'd be out there, you know, when the office closes and, you know, my friends are sitting outside there. My neighbors, the grown-ups are sitting out there. You know, and I'll hand out candy to their kids and whatnot, and then I'll talk to them about stuff in the neighborhood as far as the adults are concerned. But I just don't have the space and time. And then by the time I'm done doing what I have to do for myself, I'm like, I'm out. I'm done. Time out. So, but anyway, yeah, so I ordered brand new relays for the car's computer because one of those relays could potentially be stuck in an open or closed position, and that could be what's causing this. Also, it's just process of elimination. Anything that I can do that's easy to do on my own without having to really dig into the car's engine, I'm all for it. So I ordered 9 7016 fan relays for the car's computer just to have them. So they won't be here for like another week. And it's nice and cool outside, so there's no point to even turn on the AC. I finally found somebody that was willing to negotiate with me to get a new airbag assembly for my steering wheel. And I pulled the trigger on it, so there's a brand new and tested from a reputable seller on the Shop app. So I was able to get a good price for a replacement airbag assembly, so that'll be here whenever it comes. So that's a good thing. The only thing I have to do, there's a very, very specific set of control modules that are on both sides of my steering wheel. One handles, you can actually, the car has a Bluetooth system in it. I use my own that I plug into the cigarette lighter. It's just a lot easier because the one that was in the car, that's OEM, it's too complicated to go through the motions. So, but one side controls the volume control on the speakers and the phone. If you want to tie in your phone to the Wi-Fi in the car, or the Bluetooth in the car, I should say, and then the other side handles the cruise control, and the lights are off on both panels now. So until I'm able to get the airbag assembly, it just pays to do everything at once. Get the airbag assembly off. There are two recessed plugs. You gotta kind of like push the control panels out, unplug the units, and slap the brand new one, or the brand new ones in there, and just put everything back together. Everything will snap into place. So that's on its way. Well, I mean, the airbag's on its way, but the control panel is very specific. So today, I'm going to go do some errands. I'm going to get these over to the post office. I'm going to take some time. Maybe I'll go to the park, or I'll go to the walk trail that's by me over here, or whatever it is, and just get some fresh air and get out of here for a little while. I was supposed to have company yesterday. They didn't come, which is kind of good anyway, because I need a break from just about everything and anything these days. But today I got a good night. I got a good night's sleep last night, and I'm like, let me get these eBay orders done just so I know they're done, and get these to my customers. I'll go to the mall or something like that. Maybe I'll treat myself to some food. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens today. I really don't know. The sky's the limit today. I'm not pushing myself today. Like today, I'm going to tune out. Yeah, she's just got her own stuff going on right now. I'm not getting mixed up with all of that stuff. She lately, well, her husband quit. Her husband quit his job because they treated him like dog shit, like most bosses do. That's why it's nice that I am my own boss. But, every so often I'll stop by over there and see her. But, her husband really is a introvert and doesn't really like hanging out or anything like that. Oh, that's my next door neighbor doing everything. Wow, 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 wabba, wabba. Yeah, that's the best part of it, man. It's just the freedom that comes with running your own business from home. But at the same time, I let it ride for a little bit these past couple of days because obviously I've been so dedicated to doing work on the car that, I fell behind here a little bit. But at least I got money to my mother, my sister, and my sister-in-law for Mother's Day, so that's good. Right now, I think my nephew's t-ball game probably came to an end by now, I would have to say. So my mom's over at my sister's house right now as we speak. And, I was happy to take some of that money actually, I think I took a majority of the money from these eBay sales, plus my own money, and sent it to my mother, my sister, and my sister-in-law in New York. So, and I told my mom and my sister, listen, I've been bogged down with all of this stuff. And if my sister's watching, she's been keeping an eye and keeping track on things for me, which I've also got to send. I've got to send her information about, guilty party number 2 now, who's falsely claiming that I'm stalking my ex-girlfriend again. One, Dan Edward King from Manlius, New York. I have to send those comments to my sister. and she's putting together a dossier for me on my behalf. So it's just one less thing to stress out about. You know, we talk about it like once a week, but I caught him doing it again, falsely claiming I'm going to say I'm going to the park with my red Ford and I'm going to sit there all day long. So with that being said, maybe if you weren't such a homebody and you took that ugly, slimy, skeevy meatbag girl of yours out once in a while, you know, probably what you didn't do with your drug addict ex, that's why your kid is the way he is, with autism. Well, it takes two people to tango when it comes to drugs now, doesn't it? And I don't feel sorry, and I'm not apologizing, motherfucker. Greasy, slimy plaid shirt wearing fuck. Who the fuck wears plaid anymore, anyway? Goodwill must have a sale up there in fucking Manlius, huh? Well, they've already lost a lot of cred with people, especially after, you know, I've been able to get the acquittal letters. A couple of websites removed those mug shots for me. I'm still going through all of that, but I had to put a timeout into everything because obviously I have a lot going on here behind the scenes, because when you're innocent, but they don't like it. So of course, you know, in a mindless, feckless tirade, as they usually would, they find other things, because they know, you know, when people come over here and they see that paperwork that I've showed on camera, they don't have a leg to stand on. Just because you were arrested doesn't mean you're guilty of a crime. And that's a fact. So, but I had to take a break from all of that. But the two websites that I got in touch with, they did remove. And, you know, and that's another thing. That's why my sister's keeping track of this, because they have no affiliation with her. They have no relationship with her. I dare them to cough up personal information about her that only I would know and she would know. So what's going on, Biggie? How you doing? All the usual suspects are in here today. So, but that's okay. I got my sister in New York who's sit on the internet and ruin a guy's rep I knew 10 years ago. Yeah, it's fucking dumb. You know, you really have to be a sad, lonely, boring, friendless, you know, isolationist who can't get laid, doesn't get laid. Some of them can't even see their penises because their beer bellies are so swollen from gluttony and junk food and pizza and all that kind of stuff. And meanwhile, here I am, 50 years old. I don't look my age. You know, the company I was supposed to have here last night, it's a shame she didn't show up. At least I get women. But right now, priorities need to be in place. Priorities need to be in place. Right now, I got these eBay orders to take care of. I want to finish up this car. I'm hoping if all the parts come for this car, and I'm hoping in a short order, right? So, double birds all day. That's right, man. You got to break out the guns sometimes, you know? So, with all that being said, in a desperate ploy to get my attention, my sister, yeah, they're all incels. Well, one of them is an ex-cokehead or a drug addict. His ex-wife or ex-girlfriend gave birth to a son that has autism. That's why you don't do drugs in the first place. You know, and he himself, I'm sure, is an ex-drug addict. He looks the type. You know, I don't know anybody that wears fucking plaid shirts these days. But now he moved into his girl's house. If you're a grown man, be like me. Have your own lease, have your own home, have your own house, have your own apartment. But, you know, move in with your girl. Okay, right. So what a manly man that is. So, you know, and I called his company, his former company, Fair Dinkum. I sent them screen captures and photos of all the shit that he put out there about me, and they weren't happy. And they told me straight up if he was still working for them, he would be terminated immediately. He would have been terminated just like that. I sent them letters of commendation. I sent them screen captures of the shit he put out there about me. There's the mailman. But like I said, he doesn't work for them anymore. But I did make that call. I never got around to getting in touch with the New York State Dental Association, whatever you call it, the Ethics Board and Morals Board, to report this Shane Meathel to them, to try to have his license revoked for what he's been doing to me online, plus what he put in my coffee link. At least I get women, you balding, crypt keeper looking motherfucker. At least I get to see my kids. At least I get pussy. I wonder if I wonder if he gasses these women when he's doing dental work on them. If he does anything inappropriate. Even in New York, when him and I were volunteering together, he was always a bitter, sour, lowly, salty, jealous. And then what he does is that he'll throw he always, every other word out of his mouth is, I'm Jewish, I'm Jewish, I'm Jewish, I'm Jewish. Every other word out of his mouth, I'm Jewish, I'm Jewish, I'm Jewish. So fucking what? Who cares? Doesn't make you fucking special, and it doesn't make you immune from criticism or being criticized. That he uses it as a cudgel to get over on people, so people kind of like feel sorry for him. And then he falsely accused me of being on welfare and this and that and everything else. Even if I was on welfare, I earned it and worked for it all my life. I can get it right now if I want to. I can go back on food stamps right now, but I don't. Why? Maybe I should do to him on his fucking website like what he's been doing to me online with him and his pals. Go to Google reviews and just fucking bomb his dental website with negative reviews and see how he would like that, and fuck his reputation up too. But I have enough on him. I do have enough on him right now. Plus the fact that I am still an active union member and a 9/11 recovery worker who was actually there on the site, because most people weren't there because they wish they can get the money like I did for doing the right thing for my fellow humans. But, you know, faggot lovers who run and hide and have dented kids want to blame the world for their own genetic, bullshit. And at least with that, I know my name still has weight. So he's lucky I don't do that, because I'm not spiteful that way. That's the one thing. It's like Batman, you know what I mean? When it comes to Batman, Batman will not cross the line. Batman will not kill, because it's easy. It's easy. It'll be easy for me to take to my computer and my phone and do what these guys have done all these years and create all these fake accounts and all this shit and start negative review bombing his fucking his lowly, loathsome fucking dental practice. And was that Brooklyn? I can do that if I want at any given time, but I don't, because why? What do I gain out of it? And let him know that he came to my home in North Charlotte, that he's been engaged in a campaign of aggravated harassment. I did file police reports with CMPD a couple of years ago on all three of them, which I still have. They started this. I didn't start any. I started nothing. Proper English here. I started nothing. I did nothing to these guys, but it's going to take a little bit more than a piece of paper to do what needs to be done to make sure that the ability to speak and think is neutralized. Because when you stand in front of cowards like this and you look at them face to face, And I kind of have a tentative date when I go up to New York this summer. I'm not going to announce when that is until I'm actually up there. I've got plans in the works with people I'm really close to up there to potentially pay these fuckers a visit. I'm not going to do anything rash. Camera will do all the work. And let's see how fucking fast these three homo lovers run. And they will run, I guarantee it. And I wouldn't worry about me. I worried about other people that have been now given word as to what these men have been doing, especially when it comes to my father and my grandfather. I wouldn't worry so much about me. I still got pretty powerful friends up there. I'd be more worried about my MP brother-in-law and my brother and his crew. Oh, we've had talks. See, the only way to take care of a bully is to go right in front of their faces and bully them back. With no computers, no phones, no barriers to hide behind. It'll be just human on human. So it is not free speech. It is not to make fun of someone. These men are intentionally trying, and they continue to fail, to destroy my reputation and my name. The paperwork speaks for itself. Like always, websites are taking down my mugshots. I had to stop everything, unfortunately, because, with the issues with the car and all that kind of stuff, and networking with my family and doing what I have to do, here at home, plus the eBay business, I'm kind of bogged down. So once I end this live stream, I get these orders over to the post office. I'm tuning out for the rest of the day. So, but I don't know which one is going to get it worse. This me, compared to the me of 5 years ago, I'm a different guy. For all I know, there might be people watching their homes right now that I've made phone calls of. Maybe their home police departments are keeping up and keeping an eye on what's going on with this YouTube channel. I can tell you, and it's a guarantee, that my sister, who has some pretty powerful connections up there, Biggie just said it the best, and I'm going to read this out loud. All your cases were dismissed. Yes, they were. Every single one of them. Why do they keep doing it? They must love the scent of the underside of my testicular sac. That's why. It emanates this aroma that they love to just sniff. But with all that being said, you guys have seen it with your own two eyes, with all the paperwork, all the photos, letters from people that represented me, paperwork from my union. They've got nothing. At the end of the day, they have nothing, no matter how much they try, no how much they beg and plead. It's just like my ex-girlfriend that they fucking saw. My sister saw that, and like my sister, who has been through things in her life, actually got sick. to discover that they found her fucking YouTube channel. That's stalking. That is stalking. I'm sorry, guys, if I'm not paying attention to the chat. Hello from Albania. Hello from Albania. How are you? Do I have any packages coming today? I don't think I do. I know I got one bottle of acetyl L-carnitine coming today. It's probably in the mailbox. Because he would have come up on the patio by now. So, yeah, I'm gonna have all sorts of deliveries showing up to my front door in the next couple days, starting Monday. I got all those relays I ordered. I got the new control panel for the fans with the wiring kit. Got the airbag assembly coming, but I still want to make sure. I got to double check, like I was saying earlier on in the live stream. I got to make sure that the control panels match, because there are different models for different versions of this car. So I want to make sure that they line up the way that they're supposed to. And then I'll pick out the kit that I need. It's very simple swap. Very simple swap. So, but I bought myself a little vacuum cleaner for inside the car, which is cool. I bought new brushes. I really don't want to get into politics in this live stream because no, thank you. No, thank you. I don't want to get into that sort of thing in this live stream. So no, thank you. I'm not going to take the bait. But I am looking forward to a nice quiet day. I might actually do. I'm actually going to maybe drive the whole 485 loop around Charlotte. I should go into Uptown and go to BB&T Park up there. I don't know. The sky's the limit. There's no breeze out there. There's like a little bit of a chill in the air, but nothing too crazy. It's your typical spring weather down here. I need more UPS and eBay rants, or USPS and eBay rants. Yeah, I know. I got a whole bunch of stuff that's piling up right over here. My God, man. As far as the reviews, when I went to the mall yesterday to eat lunch, I walked around. Man, there's wax everywhere, and I saw for the very first time, I've never seen a box of Topps Black before over at Lids. A fucking box of 12 cards is $400. Can you imagine? Oh my God, that's why I don't open wax anymore. They got plenty of Topps Chrome of everything over at my local shops there in the mall. Do the Panthers play near me? Yeah, they actually do. It's really not that far away. It's right in the middle of what we call Uptown Charlotte in Center City. So, yeah, one box of Topps Black, $400 for 12 cards. I've never seen anything like it. I picked it up and looked at it, and I'm rolling it around in my hand. I'll be honest with you. I was tempted. I was tempted because, I mean, not that I'm running out of cards to sell. It's just, I like to keep a hearty stock of cards to have available for sale. But $400 for 12 cards. Jeez. That's as much as a Breaker's Delight box for Topps Chrome. But they got Topps Update and, all that kind of stuff in the mall over at Barnes & Noble and Lids and blah, 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 blah. But I'm like, my days of ripping are done, I think, as far as cards are concerned. I'll tell you the truth. It's going to sound a little spooky or a little strange, but not having the Ken Griffey Jr. and the Shohei Ohtani in my possession anymore, I feel like a relief. I feel like a weight is off my shoulders, and I'll tell you why. Because I don't like having expensive things like that in my home. Seeing what I'm seeing with, especially a Pokemon collector got shot over a fucking picture of a squirrel or whatever fucking Pikachu is. I don't know what he is. Yellow fucking rabbit. I don't know. And having something like that in my home, and especially since my face is on camera and I'm out there in the public, you don't know who's who. I double lock my door here, and I got that deadlock on my door. But I feel like a weight is off my shoulders, where it's like, with the exception of my dad's baseball cards, which are only a handful of dollars as is, unless I slab them. I just, I don't like keeping expensive things here in my home. So in a way, I feel relief, but oh yeah, reviews. So still got Gears to review. Again, I got More Than Meets the Eye. Hot Rod, he needs a review. It's piling up. And there's the Ultra Magnus. He's going to be the first one I do when I start reviewing stuff again. I promise you guys, I will get around to it. I will get around to him. When? I don't know. I really don't know. There's Power Glad that came the other day. He looks really good in robot mode. The airplane mode looks a little wonky. But there he is. I almost picked up the Walking Turd the other day. The big convoy. But, Beast Wars Neo is okay. But I'm not a fan of Beast Wars Neo. Towards the end of the series, it's all about the throwbacks and all that kind of stuff. And resurrecting Unicron. But I'm just not like a real Beast Wars Neo guy. So I'm like, Well, Beast Wars 2, Lio Convoy is standing right there. And it kind of sucks because it's incomplete without Big Convoy. And I still need to brainstorm what it is I'm going to do with that busted arm on Grimlock. But I got all the time in the world. Today I am definitely suffering with a bad case of cabin fever. So I definitely want to get out. Maybe I'll go to the park. Maybe I'll go to the park and hunt out my ex-girlfriend with a prop that's not real. Oh, I got a response from some asshole that I blocked in the comments saying that it's not a real axe. I'm going to go get some ice and then I'll come get you. What? Okay. So anyway, some fucking numbnut actually posted in one of my comments a while back saying, well, even though it's not real, you could still use it for blunt force trauma. It never fucking ends with these people. They always find it's always some dumb shit. Always. God, these people are fucking pathetic, man. Go figure. That's why a lot of people, when they clip things and they try to put together a false narrative about me, I throw out those little tidbits out there because they, some assholes actually take the bait and they bite it, they bite on it, hook, line, and sinker. And it's like, man, you people are like fucking really retarded, man. You really are. You really are. It's just the gullible nature of people when they actually literally dissect every word, every letter, every syllable, every cross T, every dotted I. It's like, da, 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 da. I'm like the orchestral leader. Da, 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 da. Anyway, I don't want to talk about this no more. It's too nice of a day. Alexa, what's the current forecast?
The current weather is 66 degrees Fahrenheit with cloudy skies.
Yeah, it's cool outside.
Today, you can look for clouds with a chance of showers, with a high of 78 degrees and a low of 57 degrees.
Yeah, it's going to be chilly all day. So, folks, thank you very much, like always. I really, really appreciate your company. And if you are eBay customers of mine, I know that dog bark anywhere. There's my friend probably sitting outside right now. But here are my latest orders. Sorry if I fell behind a little bit. I do have a couple auctions ending right now. I might release another 2 or 3 jerseys because I've been looking at my jersey collection and it continues to expand. I did give away the size 44 Mike Piazza Mitchell and Ness kit, as a thank you for my buddy helping me out with my car. So that's all taken care of. But I might put out, there's a New York Mets 1969 Nolan Ryan jersey I'm probably going to part with sooner than later. Bayern Munich season is pretty much done. So I did order for next season's jersey, which they played against PSG, the brand new red strip. I ordered that. That's on its way. So the previous strip, I'll probably offer that for sale up on eBay. The Champions League jersey I'm keeping. I love their Champions League jerseys, and I'm a big fan of the European jerseys, but I don't want garbage New York sports stuff. Well, it is the Ryan Express, and he did win a World Series with the Mets, but this new iteration of the New York Mets is just, oh my God, they're awful. But anyway, the Yankees took a loss too, as a matter of fact, so I shouldn't be talking smack. Oh man, snap, crackle, pop in the toes. I got to take a little bit of that benfotiamine before I go anywhere. Yeah, so there's a good possibility. You know what? Let me go to the bathroom. I'll show off those jerseys I'm most likely going to sell on eBay. Now, here are 2. Okay, what's going on here? What's up? What's up? What's up? Well, okay, I can see now. Here we are. Okay, so this is this season's Bayern Munich jersey. You guys have seen me wearing on camera. I have the brand new jersey coming, and I've kind of learned that, unless they do something in the Champions League, it doesn't really pay to hold on to their current kits. So I'm probably going to sell this one on eBay. That's the Harry Kane. Since the new one for 2026, 2027 is on its way, I'm probably going to part ways with this. And then you'll see the Tom Seaver versus Nolan Ryan jersey. So this is the Tom Seaver jersey. This is the one I'm keeping. I actually had to have it altered because the way the jersey was cut, I really didn't like it, because traditionally the sleeves are supposed to be much, much, much shorter. Am I fixing the live stream? How do you mean? How am I fixing the live stream? I don't know what you're talking about. Anyway, so this is how it's supposed to look, to be honest with you, with these shorter sleeves. So I had it custom tailored just for me, and it's long like it's supposed to be. Whereas this is factory, and you can see how long the sleeves are on here. And it just, I don't know. It's a beautiful looking jersey. It's manufactured with almost the exact same materials that the old jerseys used to be. But I like the Seaver jersey much better because of the way I had it custom cut just for me. So it doesn't pay to have the Nolan Ryan jersey. So I'll probably be selling that sooner than later. And then I got to get around to listing some more sports cards at my earliest convenience. But I want to get out today. Today is a day I want to get out, and not for nothing. I actually brought my laundry to the laundromat 2 days ago and picked it up yesterday. So that's one less thing to worry about. Thank God, because I don't want to get myself bogged down. So, with that being said, folks, I'm going to get my rear end on out of here. It's almost 11:30 already, and I really just need some fresh air today. I want to get these eBay orders out. So, thank you again, everybody. I really appreciate your support. Just forget about the background noise and all the bullshit. At this point, these guys have been so badly discredited, for the things that they've done. And I know how they think, and I know how they operate. You really have to be a creepy, fapping masturbator to go looking for somebody else's girlfriend, ex-girlfriend. Who's the real creep here? And besides, when it comes to certain people's daughters, no one could or would ever want to touch her. It's not feeling since you talk like this, since you like to fucking pick on me all the time. Cocksucker, after what he did with my dad, my mom, and my granddad. Nothing pleases me more to know that she will die a very lonely death, that nobody will ever marry her or anything like that. Nothing pleases me more. That's my revenge. Cocksucker. No wonder he got himself thrown out of Lessing Lodge. Oh. Yeah, you know what? I'm not even going to say nothing. I might update you guys about that, as a matter of fact. That'll be another thing that I'm not at liberty to discuss. All right, guys, I'm kind of like itching to get out the door. So take care, everybody. God bless. Stay safe. I'll be back. Peace.